Like a rolling ocean, the tides are rising, washing ashore its diverse social, political, and economic upheavals, bringing with it a breath of freshness and setting the people free from repression. Nigeria's oil-rich river state is perhaps the most politically vibrant and intriguing state in the South-South geopolitical zone, and indeed the entire nation. Intertwined with the river's story is the intense political consciousness of its people, their alertness, awareness, and knowledge about how they wish to be governed, who governs them, and ultimately, what measure of democratic dividends gets to them.
So I want to each and every one of us that yes, we have bought the form, and yes, you've given me the form, and yes, I have accepted, but you must go back home and work as a team and make sure that come 29th of November, when the primaries will be held, we shall emerge victorious. And thereafter, we also want to fight the enemy, the common enemy.
The Rivers State poll was perhaps the most fierce contest in the April 11, 2015 governorship elections held across the country. That election raised a lot of controversies, blames and accusations. And at the end of it all, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had no difficulty declaring the People's Democratic Party candidate, Nyesom Wike, as the winner. Governor Nyesom Wike is nothing short of an enigma. Born to the family of Nlemaya Wike, a reverend of the Anglican Communion from Obiakpo local government area, and raised in the oil-rich city of Port Harcourt, Governor Wike is what you can call a Port Harcourt boy. A law graduate from the Rivers State University of Science and Technology, Nyesom Wike also holds a master's degree in political and administrative studies from the University of Port Harcourt. Wike's rise to the office of Executive Governor of Rivers State is not a happenstance. Rather, it was by dint of hard work, perseverance, and deliberate preparation. In 1999, he was elected Executive Chairman of Obiakpo local government area with the largest number of inhabitants, and there he served 2 terms from 1999 to 2007. In 2007, Nyesom Wike was appointed the Chief of Staff to the then Governor Rotimi Amechi. He would later become the Director General of the Chiwike Rotimi re-election campaign in 2011. On July 14, 2011, Nyesom Wike was appointed Minister of State for Education by the former President, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Governor Nyesom Wike's path aligns excellence and integrity with a conscious focus on high-impact achievement. These attributes manifested clearly when he served as Minister of State for Education.
As you all know, textbooks and instructional materials are vital educational tools for teachers and learners. To the teachers, textbooks provide important guidelines for planning and delivering their day-to-day teaching. Similarly, for the learners, approved textbooks are the most accessible and dependable guide and reference material for effective learning and assimilation of knowledge. Although basic education is now the guaranteed entitlement of every Nigerian child, the objectives of the UBEC cannot be fully achieved simply by abolishing the payment of school fees and building more classrooms. Even when this has been done, basic education can still be costly and discouraging, especially for socioeconomically disadvantaged parents, unless all the potential barriers to unhindered access to education are eliminated.
In 2013, Governor Wike was selfless when crisis rocked the Rivers People's Democratic Party (PDP). Like a gladiator, he brought his weight to bear and saved the PDP from imminent disintegration. The battle won, he became the unanimous leader of the party in the state.
We promise to take on the challenges that we face and optimize our resources to advance the potential and prospects of our state. We said we will reverse the years of economic decline, put improvements to work, and deliver a new foundation of hope for our state and our children. We promise not to take your trust for granted, but work every single day to advance the vision of our founding fathers for a united, secure, and prosperous state. We pledged to be fair to all parts of the state, inclusive in our agenda, and ensure that no constituent is deliberately left out in our efforts to advance our state and improve the well-being of our people.
Upon assuming office, Governor Nyesom Wike, through a meticulous posture, has focused on massive infrastructural development, provision of security, agricultural and human capital development, rural electrification, urban beautification, and much more. Notably, Governor Wike has transformed the education and health sectors in Rivers State by constructing and reconstruction of numerous schools and healthcare facilities in every part of Rivers State. The tenacity in the development of infrastructure earned Governor Nyesom Wike the title Mr. Projects, a designation conferred on him by Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibajo, who was astonished by the massive infrastructural turnaround in Rivers State.
We lay the foundation of this magistrate complex to the glory of God and the dispensation of fair justice in Rivers State.
This is how it should be. Governors should not just concentrate in inner city areas and forget those people who work hard to get them elected either in the suburb or in the rural areas. They too are part of your constituency. And I'm very proud that you have done just that.
Honestly, I'm not saying so because I'm here. Before you, behind you, besides you, I think we are all proud of you. You've made us proud. You occupy the space every time, now and then, in things that we do. Trust me, a lot of people now say, no, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, they have money. It's not about money, it's about ideas. We'll always support him. You know, even Jesus Christ says so. He said, I haven't seen your good works. If you don't praise me, I'll raise the stone. If you don't support him, Akwa Ibom people will come and support him.
Governor Wike is undoubtedly blunt, so I think I am. He is down to earth, real and practical, dependable and reliable. He has a strong will and can fanatically pursue whatever ideal he believes in. He is fearless and has the courage of reckless abundance. He fights like a lion and stings like a bee. He cares less about perception once he is clear about what he wants to achieve. He detests injustice, and more importantly, he takes no affront wherever it is coming from.
See what you have done to Emohua community. You have opened Emohua community. You gave us a road. Rumuche, Rumakunde, I think is the longest road in Emohua, covering about 3 communities. You gave it to us. Not only giving it to us, you gave it to Julosbeja. A road with years no less than 50. You did that small place where I live. You recognize that I am there. When you recognize I'm there, I will recognize you forever.
You have done so much for us, and we cannot tell it all.
Everybody says,
Generally respected for his political sagacity, Nyesom Wike bears the fault of restoring order. He brought this to bear when he championed the repositioning of the PDP at the national level. The peculiarity of his politics of integrity, combined with equity, fairness, and justice, has made him a rallying point for excellence in visionary leadership.
And we give God the glory today that those differences have been sorted out. We are members of one political party. Like what Governor Bauchi and Governor Benwe said, we don't want the inefficiency. We don't want the incapacity of the federal government of not handling the issue of security in the country to rub off on us. Everybody knows that the federal government has failed in providing security to this country. And of course, we may not blame them. They're under pressure from their various states. It is not as if they have any personal issues. No. It's like, well, if your father, which is like going to be the federal government, is not doing what it's supposed to do, naturally, the children will not be happy, and you may see two of them fighting because of the failure of the father. And that's what has happened in this case. But to God be the glory, now they have seen that they have no need for it, and they've all come together and agreed that to move as a people, as friends, as brothers, or as a party.
As the project governor of Rivers State and our leader in the party has said, there has been some media ripples of recent between me and my brother and my colleague, which was misrepresented and misconstrued, so as if we are no longer together, that we have a rift. Yes, there had been some pronouncements on that header, Fulani, profiling and the rest, for which we spoke a lot. And of course, all this is history. I want to say that I thank the governor of Rivers State and my brother, the governor of Adamawa.
Your Excellency, our host governor, the governor of Rivers State, Governor Wike, and our brother all the way from Adamawa State, who is here to ensure there is peaceful coexistence between me and the governor of Bauchi State, my brother and friend and colleague, right from the Federal Executive Council to today, by the grace of God, being governors of Bauchi and Benue State. I want to say that I appreciate these two governors for arranging this meeting, and we have come to the conclusion that our outburst was not needed.
There are some issues that we think that we have to resolve for that to unite and work as a team against the 2023 general elections. So this is the former governor and the senator. The senator, of course, one of the generals who have had in the Nigerian Army, who are the great leaders in this party. And we believe that if two of them agree, and which we have started, we don't expect that everything will end today. I can tell you that it's wonderful that two of them have agreed. They will meet on their own and compare notes and share, and then we'll later meet. By the grace of God, I can tell you that PDP will bounce back in Plateau State.
We agreed to work together to ensure the unity of PDP on the Plateau and ensure the victory in 2023 elections. Not only governor, but all other elections, federal or state, we want PDP to take its rightful position again on the Plateau. And this is what we are going to work on. We want to thank His Excellency for coming to talk to us, and we have agreed that we'll continue from here.
For finding time to come to Jos and talk to us, and also promised to sit with us from now on until our promise is solved. And the two of us have been friends, and so my colleague Jan have been friends. We never fought. We will cooperate with him to make sure that the problem is solved as quickly as possible.
A crusader of true federalism, Governor Wike is never scared of confronting issues and speaking truth to power.
But the truth must be told. How can we see something that's so bad and we accept it? How? Look at the budget. The budget was so padded because of election. Because of election coming up 2023. You have a project of 6,000 something project in a budget. Tell me how, in any part of this world, 6,000 something projects in one budget, how does it work? How does it work? It's a budget of every car, it didn't car.
Using the instrumentality of the law, Governor Wike has remained at the forefront in the fight for the interests and good of the ordinary Nigerian. On record, Governor Wike challenged the federal government in several controversial issues, like the police trust fund deductions, right to value-added tax collection, and the very recent Executive Order No. 10, signed by President Muhammadu Buhari. Governor Nyesom Wike is undoubtedly a true Nigerian who means well for the country, especially the masses. His sterling leadership and determined disposition sent chills into the spines of his aggressors. Patriotism is one of the outstanding parameters for choosing a leader, and recently Nyesom Wike affirmed his love for country when he ordered the 23 local council chairmen in Rivers State to hire bulldozers and destroy every identified illegal crude oil bunkering and artisanal refinery site in the state.
I've already scheduled a meeting with all the council chairmen tomorrow and the security agents. First of all, let me commend you of your efforts to fight crime. Like the Honorable Chairman said, crude oil or petroleum products are under the exclusive list. But what I'm talking about is the safety of Rivers people. Because it's more important to me. I'm not interested. But you can't be doing this and be killing my people. No reasonable government will allow that. And I can tell you, with all due respect, we'll take this matter. Where's Attorney General? I'm here, sir. We'll take this matter very seriously. Attorney General, all these matters with police, you have to retrieve the files so that we can prosecute the matter on our own. On our own. I don't want any compromises anywhere. And then too, it will not be in the ministry. You have to constitute a legal team. Go and get our friends all over the country. Constitute a legal team so that we can do this prosecution to the last. Nothing like, oh, you know, the police didn't come today, or Minister of Justice didn't come today. I will not allow that. So it's a serious matter, and I'm going to take it. If it's a war, it's not poor people, they're a cartel.
In spite of an obviously busy schedule as governor, this energetic leader has committed to raising a credible generation of young leaders, especially in Rivers State.
I'm here to support anybody who wants to excel. I'm so proud of Rivers State. I'm so emotional about Rivers State. And I can do anything for Rivers people. But before I go to him, where is the Timaya? He's a Niger Delta son. Where is he? Where is he? Where is Dr. Mighty? Are they here? Let them come. Now let me tell you why I'm doing this. The people of Niger Delta must be encouraged. The people of Rivers State must be encouraged. All of us are from Niger Delta. And so whatever affects us, affects all of them. We are going to bestow on our son the second highest award in the state as recognized by law
awarding him DSSRS.
And this is the highest honor I've ever dreamt of in my life. You understand? I've been everywhere in the world. I don't collect honor everywhere for the world, but you see, it hits different when you get it from home. You understand? So this is my most humblest moment, if that's even fucking English. This is my most humblest moment, and I thank each and every one of you. I thank the best governor I've ever experienced, because when I know see me, I don't even like politics or politicians. You understand? But this my governor here has shown me that there's hope for the future, there's hope for the youth, and there's hope for us.
Since his election as governor of Rivers State, Governor Wike has remained an affliction to the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC.
Governance is all about your people, about the interests of your people, about telling them something and you fulfill it. We are not here for promises. We are not just giving promises and making excuses. And that is why I have told all of you, APC has never been a political party. APC is an SPV. SPV is a special purpose vehicle. A special purpose vehicle is where some businessmen come together for a purpose of achieving something. And when they have achieved that, it collapses. So APC has never been a political party. It is a special purpose vehicle where few of some Nigerian businessmen in the guise of association, in the guise of political party, came together to see how they can defraud Nigeria. Having defrauded Nigeria, they are not satisfied and they have not dissolved.
With the country riddled with doubts due to the unconscious leadership at the center, Nigerians need a man who loves people and believes in an egalitarian society where tribes and religion do not matter. A man who can offer justice, equity, and fairness.
I've said it. Nobody can take that away from you. We are committed, we are passionate for this party, for this country. People may like your ways or dislike your ways, but nobody can doubt your commitment, your fearlessness, and without the solid support you gave us when we were caretaker committee, there wouldn't have been PDP. We played our role, but you played a key role.
Nyesom Wike is visionary, brilliant, and a highly driven leader. He has a proven mettle to end insecurity in all parts of the country. His antecedents cut across the length and breadth of Nigeria. As 2023 draws nearer, Nigerians, especially the youth, are looking up to the likes of Governor Nyesom Wike to salvage the country from its present drift.
What you have done is indelible. But let me tell you something today that you must go home with. The people of Emoha local government area will stand with you, will stand by you, will give you all that you need in this local government. It is indeed Wike all through the way. That's the man we know. That's the star of River State. That's the star of the PDP in the South zone. Whether you like it or not, that's the star, and we are going to protect it.